In this video, I will show you how to add a ghost imprint, or also called a phantom imprint, to the date pad of our 1484V. However, if you're using or designing a 1484, there's a few differences, and I will show those to you as we go along. But as you come in, you will see the various templates that we have created here that you have to choose from for designing your calendar online. For instance, this particular design has a year-at-a-glance calendar at the bottom. The next one over is a smaller date pad itself with the option of 2 ads on either side of the date pad. Maybe that's where you want to give tips or pointers about your product, whatever it is, the message that you want to send to your customers. This one has a little bit in between size date pad of these two, with only an ad or a tip area to the right of the calendar pad. For this video, I'm just going to choose this one. Your screen will look a little different than mine when you come in to design your calendar. I come in a little different way than you will. You will log in, of course, and then you will choose which calendar you want to start designing. So we have our calendar. We're going to say that you've already designed this, and now we want to add a ghost or phantom imprint to the pad area itself. Now, the 1484V also allows for custom events. You would probably choose this to keep your customers engaged with events at your organization, such as maybe customer appreciation days, if there's a new product rollout, or you can use them to keep your employees informed about internal activity with your organization. Either way, because the 1484V allows you to add custom dates, if I click on a date square to add my image, my phantom image, my ghost image, this is what happens. There's a window that automatically opens, and I would click add, and I would add my sample event here, and I'm just going to put trade show on this particular day. If you like an icon, you can add an icon. If not, it's okay. You can color it if you'd like to add color to indicate that that's a different day of some sort, to draw attention to that date. Let me choose my color again. Click OK. There we go. Save. Nothing on the 12th. Save. There we go. Got that corrected. Now, if I add the image first, I'm going to take this out and I'll show you what happens if I add the image first. So let's just take this, let's delete this. Okay. We're going to take that color back out. We're going to click save. So now we have nothing there as we had. Now I have to add my image for my phantom imprint. So let's go to import images. I already have mine uploaded, but I'll show you how to do this. It's add photos. It will automatically open up your file on your computer where you keep your images. And we'll just load this one again. Click open. And I'm going to go ahead and upload both these by clicking in the square, click import, and there's my images that I want to use in my ghost imprints in this video. So January, I want to use safety first, and if I click on this, it's not going to bring this over like I want it. So it's best if you drag the image over and then size it to what you think you want in the pad itself. I'm going to click Align, and I'm going to click this Align Center. Now, if I click a middle align, it's going to align it. It's going to move it way up here because it's going to put it in the center of the entire pad area. So I'm just going to leave this be. I'm going to click Opacity because I don't want this overriding the date here. You can see on the 30th, you can't even tell it's 30. This one you can't see at all. So we're going to click Opacity so that it looks like a background image, and I'm going to click 01. So that is how you add an image. Now, once that image is added, if I try to make the 11th, because that's the date we were working on previously, when I click on this date square, it thinks that I am choosing that image. So I have to move this image over. I will click on the 11th. I will add the event, and we said that was trade show. We're going to set the color to yellow. I'm going to click, I don't want this, icon for a trade show. Let's put a tractor. Let's say we make tractors. We're going to a tractor trade show. So there I have highlighted that date to indicate that eyes on, there's a trade show coming. Now I'm going to click on my image, my ghost imprint. I'm going to move this back over. Again, I'm going to align center. So remember, 1484 does not allow this activity for this particular event. So, but you can, however, of course, add your ghost image into that pad. Now your image can be text. It can be a true image of a picture, whatever you want it to be. And I'll show you how to, same concept on how to do that. But I have chosen this image. April happens to be Earth Day. This happens to be our message of culture of restoration in the template that we have designed. So I thought this was a fitting image for this particular month. And we're going to size this by dragging the handles. Now, I can leave this to cover only part of the pad, or I can size it to cover the entire pad. And I'll show you how to do that. So I have to click on Info, and I have to click on this link to unlink it. That adds my handles on either side. I can drag this over. Now I lose my handle on that side, but that's okay. Okay, so we have filled in I'm going to drag this over just a little bit so I can see my handle. Perfect. Whoops. I moved my mouse. Perfect. There we go. Now I want to change the opacity because obviously we don't want the entire pad covered. So they can't see the date, so I'm going to click on 01. And there is the image within the entire, covering the entire pad. Now if I try to add a custom date again over this, in my square is going to think I have chosen this image. So you'll have to move that out of the way to add your custom date. Now that's how you add images to the 1484V. I'm going to click on June, and I'm going to show you, it can also just be text. So we'll just do safety first, again, as an example for this video. By clicking on the text box, I'm going to add new text. I'm going to click a font that's something that we can see for the video. I'm just going to click Dancing Script Regular. I'm going to change the color to red so we can see. I'm going to click OK. I'm going to drag this somewhere on the pad, and then I have to change this. Obviously, you want your message to be way bigger than that. 72 is not going to do anything for me. So I'm just going to take this, highlight it, delete it, and I'm going to add 350. Let's see what that does for us. Well, that's quite large. However, while I have it here, I'm going to change my alignment of my text to center so that it moves my text over so it's not left aligned automatically. And that looks better. Now let's change this to something like 300. See what that does for us. There we go. That fits. Again, I'm going to align center. And then I'm going to change this text by simple click it on the box and then double click. Or, so I can backspace, or I can do it from this box here. And we were going to say safety first. There we go. Let's see what maybe 315 does for us. There we go. I don't like that either. Let's do 310. How about that? Now, again, line center, just make sure we are center lined. And then opacity, so that it doesn't cover our dates. We can't really see what date this is. The 7 isn't so clear, so let's make this about a 0.1 because red's pretty bold. Obviously, if you want it darker, just inch up a notch or two. And that is how we add images and how we add text to our phantom or ghost background in our date pads.